Aloha and good morning on this first Saturday of the new year. And Happy New Year if I haven't spoken to you already. Today I'm going to be talking about the power of prayer. Now, the power of prayer is a bit contentious in some ways because for a lot of Westerners, there's something uncomfortable about talking about prayer. While in the Hawaiian culture, prayer, even today, is still a very much part of the Hawaiian culture. Pule is the Hawaiian word for prayer, and it's still very much ingrained in the Hawaiian culture, important part of the Hawaiian culture. So what I want to talk to you today about is why prayer is useful, why it's a good thing to be thinking about, talk a bit more about what it is, and how you can really use it for manifestation purposes. So the Hawaiians have this word pule, which means prayer. And really what we're talking about here is putting out an intention to source, the God of your understanding, the universe, the great beyond, whatever that thing is that you believe in, putting your intention out there as a way of expressing it so it can better be manifested, and so that source, universe, the God of your understanding can support you in manifesting what you want to support. And that really is the number one reason why pule or prayer is important. Because if you're interested in manifesting, if you're interested in the law of attraction, putting it out there in an intentional way is much more powerful than just kind of burbling on with a wish list of things that you kind of think you might want to do. So if you want to manifest, doing it in a prayerful way, an intentional way, is really important. Another reason why prayer or pule is important is because the unconscious mind thinks much faster than the conscious mind. Now, the conscious mind thinks very much in words, and words are too slow for the unconscious mind. So what the unconscious mind works better with is ritual, automatic programs that you've created, habits. So a ritual becomes a habit. It's an automatic program that the unconscious mind can run just at the flick of a trigger. Prayer is ritual. When you get into the habit of prayer, you're getting into the habit of a particular ritual. So it works better for the unconscious mind. Also works better for the unconscious mind in terms of finding and identifying the resources that you need in order to achieve whatever it is you've put your prayer for. So because of certain filters that the unconscious mind operates to make the processing of all this information that's coming at you all the time much quicker, one of the things that it does is it filters on the basis of importance. It'll pay attention to things that are important. If you've put a prayer out there, basically what you're doing is you're saying to the unconscious mind, my prayer, the subject of my prayer, is important. Pay attention to anything that is relevant to my prayer. Makes it much easier for the unconscious mind to go out and support you in getting the resources that you want. So it's got some really good points about it. It's also in the Hawaiian culture, typically if you are doing anything as a group, anything important, you do it as a pule. You stand up, you hold hands, you do it as a pule, because energetically what this is doing is saying we as a group come together in setting our intention, in putting this out there to the universe that this is what we want to achieve together. So energetically it adds a power to your prayer. And certainly if you're doing anything with a group, it's really worth setting it up as a prayer, as a group thing that we're doing together, a group intention before you ever get before you ever get into the activity. And I'll give you some specifics on that in a minute. So from a Hawaiian perspective, pule is important. It's setting the intention, and it's setting the intention with real clarity. Because whether it's from a universal perspective or whether it's just at the level of your unconscious mind, the more clear you are with the intention, the easier it is for your unconscious mind to deliver, for the universe to deliver on whatever the intention is. So clarity is absolutely important. It's also, as I said before, energetically, if you're doing anything as a group, setting the intention as a group before you start doing it is so much more powerful. It adds clarity to the individuals in the group. It adds an energetic clarity, an energetic quality that's united, that is one, that is coming together. So I've been really, really lucky on 2 occasions now to support a Hawaiian group who they do horse parades. Horse parades are very popular in Hawaii. And when you do the horse parade, you make these leis, these ornaments for the horses and for the riders, these adornments, and they're all made from fresh flowers and fresh vegetation. And because they're made from fresh flowers and fresh vegetation, you don't have an awful lot of time to do it. You can only start a couple of days before the parade. Otherwise, clearly they'll die off. So when on both occasions when I've been there, and it's a Hawaiian family and their friends who do this, the very first thing that we do is we stand up together and we hold hands in a circle and we pray, we pule for the for a good outcome, that our work will be good, and that the adornments will be beautiful. We pule for a joyful working environment. And we pule for all coming together as one, lokahi, coming together as one in unity and creating this thing together. I used to be a management consultant, and quite often companies would do vision and values exercises. And I think one of the problems that they have, one of the reasons why a lot of the vision and values and mission statement type stuff doesn't work, is because rather than coming together as a group and really involving people in a group way, it would be a collection of people sitting in a darkened room with wet towels over their heads, coming up with some good ideas, operating very much as individuals. And when you're trying to do something for a big group, then you want to be involving the group. If you just have a couple of individuals doing it, it doesn't have the same impact. So group work, pule, come together and put the intention out there. And as I say, make the intention really clear. If you've ever done any goal setting, one of the common things in goal setting is smart goal setting. Now, I'm not wild about smart goals. They're way too level of detail for me. But having clarity, being specific about what it is you want, being specific about how you want it. So, for example, people will put out an intention. They'll say something like, oh, I want to earn X. I want to earn 40K this year or 100K this year or whatever the figure is, without putting in any kind of quality of how that's going to happen. I want to earn 40K. I want to earn 100K, whatever the figure is. Yeah, but do you really want to be working your ass off in order to get it? Do you want to be working so hard that you're sick? No, you want to earn it in a way that comes with ease, grace, challenge, whatever it is you want. So putting those qualities out into your prayer, into your intention. I think there's also something to say about the sacredness of intention. When we put it out to spirit, we add a sacredness. It becomes special, sacred, and energetically, that just makes it so much easier for it to happen. And I can't really describe it in words. It's just a thing. And those of you who've experienced it will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this sacredness. It's this energy. It's this specialness. This is the time of resolution. It's early in the new year, so people are doing their resolutions. But I find there's a different energy between resolution and prayer. Resolution, it says, I'm going to make this happen. It's going to happen. It's quite a butch, tough, almost aggressive. It's resolute. It's resolution. Whereas prayer, it's got a softer energy. As I say, a more sacred energy. Making prayer a habit so that the unconscious mind can really respond to the habit, respond to the programming. Get in the habit of writing down whatever it is you want, writing down your intention, writing down the qualities that you want to bring in to create your intention. Write down who you want to involve, who's involved in your intention. Write down when you want to have it and by when. And then when you've done all that, when you've actually written it as an intention, then put it out as a prayer to the universe. You know, in olden times, these things used to be called spells. And a spell isn't that different from a really well-constructed prayer, a really well-constructed intention. The ancient spell makers knew that if you put a spell out there wrong, there's a kind of karmic boomerang effect that comes when you put a spell out there in the wrong way. So energetically, when you put out your intention, when you put out your prayer, be really clear about what you want and how you want it. Because where you lack clarity, that's going to have a boomerang effect. Those bits, the lack of clarity, the bits that you didn't say, they'll manifest too. So when you want to manifest anything, be really specific about what it is you want to manifest. Be focused in your thinking, be directed in your thinking, because energy flows where attention goes. And if you create an intention in a kind of diffused, non-focused way, then the results that come back to you as a result of that intention, as a result of that pule, that prayer, that spell, will be as diffused as the intention was when you put it out there. So I hope that's been interesting and useful, and possibly even have you thinking a little bit differently about the power of prayer. And I'll talk to you very soon. If you want to know more, you can jump on a call. Secret Art of Huna. Say that again, Jane. The secret art of Huna.com/diary. You can book a call with me. You can obviously pick up stuff on this page. And ladies, there is now a group, the Secret Art of Huna Pioneers group. It's a Facebook group. It's a club. And if you want to find out more about that, then you give me a call. So I look forward to talking to you very soon. Hope this has been interesting, and have a great week. Bye for now.